Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I might be looking a little bit dirty because I'm letting my beard grow right now, so I haven't even touched it, but that's besides the point for today's video. So today's video, we're actually as you guys saw by the thumbnail and the title, we have to replace a part from the engine, and that part is the intake manifold. As of right now, I already went to go buy the intake manifold. I got it back here. It is a used intake manifold, but it was way cheaper than buying a new one. I think a new one was like $450, and I did check it. As far as my I guess you could say analysis of the intake manifold, it does look like it's in good condition. So we couldn't figure out what was wrong with it until let me lower the music. We couldn't tell what was wrong with it until I drove it and I got the codes that told me what was wrong with the car. Basically, I don't remember the other codes, but I was getting like a lean code on bank 1 sensor 2, then I was getting a P2195 and the P2198, which stated that a O2 sensor was stuck on lean. So I went ahead and did my research online and tried to figure out what it was. I did a vacuum test with a smoker, and I saw smoke coming out from the intake manifold. So we went ahead and took off the things because we thought it was just going to be the gaskets that needed replacing. Hold on, let me switch lanes real quick. So yeah, like I went to go buy the intake manifold gaskets, thinking that we were going to have to replace those because the intake manifold gaskets had gone bad. You know, I bought it, took it over to my uncle's shop, and we started taking off the intake to replace the gaskets. And then I don't even know how to say this, but the intake manifold had melted. I'll go ahead and show you guys once we get over there and we remove that intake, but it was melted. And right now I'm gonna go back to my house. I'm in my dad's car right now, so I gotta go back. I gotta go back home, put these parts into my 3-valve, and we're gonna drive over there to my uncle's shop. It's like a 5-mile drive, so it's not that far. So like I was saying, I'm gonna go ahead and continue driving home and pick up my 3-valve. Then I'll update you guys once we get to my uncle's shop and we start taking apart the intake. All right guys, so we're in the 3-valve itself. It still turns on. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how it sounds when it turns on. So it runs good. The only time it sucks is when I'm in idle. The idle on it is rough, and sometimes it drops down to 500 RPMs. But as far as driving it is good, you know. But this is how it sounds. Just listen. Well, anyways, let me move my car, and then I gotta park my dad's car in the parking lot, and then we'll go ahead and get to the job. All right guys, so I just got here. I don't know how good you guys could see me. We're gonna go ahead and start working on this damn thing because we gotta get the car ready already. I got like probably like a month left so that I could get it ready for smog. Also, if you guys are wondering why I have the things here, well, also they gave me a free clutch. So I don't know if I'm gonna set it or I'm just gonna keep it just in case mine goes out and I don't have to buy one. But the reason why I have it here is because I do have a freaking jack and 2 jack stands in the trunk, and the last thing I want is to be let me turn on my lights. Last thing I want is to be driving and, you know, I don't know, maybe I have to like brake hard or something like that, and then one of the jack stands just like gets smacked around and it hits the plastic on the intake manifold and it cracks it. So yeah, I'm gonna see what I could record because it is dark, and we'll see from there. Alright guys, so here's a problem that we're having. You guys can see the inside is literally melted, and I think it goes all the way back there. The only reason why we weren't able to use this, I mean, it's still usable. There's no hole through this, none of this plastic. It's just melted right there, and you guys can see that's where the leak was coming from. And yeah. And now we're about to finish with installing the intake. Then I'll go home and finish the video there. All right guys, so moment of truth. Let's see how it sounds. I hope that was the problem. Let's see. sounds better. It's not choppy like how it was. Yeah, I think that was a problem. But it's idling at 1,000 now, so most likely that was a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it, see how it feels, and from there I'll see how it goes. Alright guys, so it's currently the next day from the previous clip that you guys saw. So if you guys remember, I said that changing the intake manifold actually worked, but to be honest, it still does the same thing. I honestly, or we honestly thought that changing the intake manifold would have made it run better and run normal again, since it did have that, or have that leak in the intake manifold where it had melted. But apparently it's not it. After that previous clip, we spent like 2.5 hours trying to figure out what it was that was causing it. We did check the coils all seem to be fine. We checked the voltage on them and they all seemed fine. We also checked to see if any like hoses, vacuum hoses and whatnot, or sensors clips are disconnected. And as far as we could see, there's no, like, none of those were disconnected. They're all plugged in. Like I said, it runs way better than how it was with the melted intake. The problem we're having now is that once we turn it on, like even the crank, when you crank it, it starts up nicer and better than it was with the old intake. With the old intake, I think when you turn it on, like let's say I turn it on, then turn it off, then turn it on, and turn it off. The third, I'm freaking speaking Scottish over here. The third time that we would crank it, it would like kind of like crank 2 more times, like before it's like actually starts up. But now every time we crank it, even when we turn it off, it starts up good and it idles at good RPM when it's like, I guess you could say, warming up. Once the RPMs drop and there's like I guess the car is like at running idle, it stays at that idle, which is 1,000 for about 40 seconds or so. Then it drops down to like 500 RPM for like 5 seconds. Then it goes back up to 1,000 and it just does that over and over again. And also when you drive, you don't really feed it, but I do feel that there's a hold back in power, because when you press on the throttle to accelerate, I could feel it, or I could feel the engine not like getting the full power, you know. And then also when you throttle it to accelerate, you also hear like crackles and pops from the exhaust, which is like if there's a vacuum leak. But I don't know, we couldn't find any vacuum leaks. I gotta go back on Monday, which is tomorrow. Today's Sunday. Shit, today's Sunday. I thought it was Saturday, but it's Sunday today. February 14th on Valentine's Day. I'm gonna try to get this video up to date. If you guys watch this video and you guys had I don't know how to say that word right now, but you guys have had this same problem that I'm having right now, if you could leave it down in the comments what you did to fix it, so I could try it out and hopefully it fixes. I would really appreciate it. Also, another thing, so as far as performance upgrades go, we're not really gonna be doing. The reason being is because one, performance upgrades are pretty expensive, and two, I can't really do any performance upgrade if the car is running like that, so there's no point in doing it. So the next couple of videos is going to be on like the exterior. As far as right now, my 3-valve is probably about, I want to say about 78% done with the exterior. We got the window scoops, the spoilers. I still got to get the hood, and we are going to get a new bumper as well. And then we're going to, I don't want to say too much. I'll just wait until that video comes so you guys can see what it is that we're going to be doing. But like I said, for the next couple of videos, it's going to be a cosmetic enhancements mod. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and haven't. I would really appreciate that. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.